Hello, hello. This is Mount Moriah Radio and Mount Moriah TV, and today you're welcome to watch us. Please, just get that cup of tea, a glass of water, and get your coffee. Come and sit with us and let us have a chat. Happy New Year to everyone. If you are, in United Kingdom, a special welcome. Another country, also welcome. This is Juliet Hammond, your host. Today, I've got a special guest. I've got a wonderful a friend of mine now. Here we go. We're back. We're back again. Okay, so I'm going to introduce my guest today, who I am so excited and very privileged to have on our show. I've got a wonderful gentleman who is a lecturer. He is knowledgeable on artificial intelligence, teach others, and also help others to set up artificial intelligence. So happy to have him on our show today. His name is CP Aminul Islam. You are welcome to Mount Moriah Radio and TV, and this is Inspiring Time with Juliet. You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Juliet
Okay.
Hammond.
All right.
It's my honor to be with you. And I know you are inspiring lots of hundreds of thousands of young minds, young entrepreneurs, some social worker, activists, and many more people for the community to do good. And I'm really honored to be with you in this show. Hopefully, we'll have a wonderful time for rest half an hour.
Yes. I'm hoping so. I think we will surely. Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what are your interests?
Okay, thank you so much, Juliet. So I started my career in the very early time when I was younger as a teacher. So I'm a teacher by born because my father was a teacher for long, around 46 years. So when I was in my secondary school, I started teach the primary kids. And when I was in the
Right.
I was in the high school, I started to teach the junior high school students. When I was in college for my A levels equivalent, then I started teaching the secondary school students. So, so from my very
You've
early
always
age, I
been
started
a
teaching.
teacher.
Yeah, and
Yes.
when I started studying for my university degree, I chose computer science, and I started teach again computing to the school students, college students, and that always attract me to go to the latest technology. And eventually, when the AI comes, I was again the first generation, or you can say the first block of people who got to know about AI and started working in AI, then again started teaching AI and other technologies. As you can understand, I started my career as a teacher. I also
Yeah.
worked as an IT engineer and computer science
Right.
engineer for financial organization. I worked in
Yeah.
universities, and then again, I did my research in different technologies, especially machine learning, data science, AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, and now I'm teaching. So I'm teaching most of the latest technology for my students, for my undergrad and master students, and
Yeah.
also I do the research, especially with the students, with my colleagues, and to help the community. So, what is my interest at all? To help the community, to help the next generation people to shape their future, to work for the betterment of the humankind.
That's a lot you are doing, and it's so interesting, because your background is teaching. Your father was a teacher. Did you say your mom is a teacher as well?
No, my
Yeah,
mom
was
was
a
a
teacher as well.
homemaker. No, mom was a homemaker.
The
She was a
homemaker,
homemaker.
homemaker,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've always had that interest in teaching other people. So it's very, very interesting. And now you're not just teaching young teaching undergraduates and also teaching postgraduate students, and you are also helping in setting up AI in schools. So I am so interested, kind of you know, I am impressed with what you are doing. Tell us a little bit about AI. When did you first encounter AI, artificial intelligence? When did you first encounter it?
I think I first felt it in 20 around 2015, 16.
Right.
When we used to work with the machine learning technology. But when the chat GPT came across the world, the whole world knows what is AI. So the whole world got about AI when we have the chat GPT. Then we got the
Yes.
Gemini, we got OpenAI. So the world is now on AI. It's like a very, very
Yeah.
fast world. But personally, I started working in my last year of undergrad in 2012, and then I started working a little bit slowly, slowly. We couldn't imagine that it will very flourishing in the world, but now
Yeah.
it's part of life. It's a
It,
part of life. Yeah,
yeah. It started very little. Now it's taking over.
yeah,
The
yeah,
world is taking over the world. So, what are the opportunities? What opportunities are there? With
and
AI.
there are
What can people do on a day-to-day basis with AI?
yeah. So there are lots of applications and benefits of AI. I want to share a little bit analogy regarding the AI. Imagine when the humankind invented the wheel for the
Yeah.
first time. So we thought probably the people who were working in the transportation will be in problem. So usually humankind was carrying the goods on their body, on their shoulder at the very beginning of our life. But then
Mm,
when the wheel came across, we got the carriage, horse carriage, cow carriage. Then we invented the engine. When the engine came, we got the cars. So people
yeah.
thought probably lots of unemployment will be created because of the cars, but not. No, no. We are progressing a very faster way, but our jobs still are there. Then we got the aeroplane, huh?
Yeah.
Helicopters, so
Yeah.
aircrafts. Then probably some the people who were running or riding the cars or riding the trains thought, no, probably our jobs would be threatened by the aeroplanes. Still, we have the carriage, we have boats, we have ships, we have cars, we have trains, we have the aeroplanes. Every job is there. It's updating. Similarly, as AI is coming to our life would be changed. Many
Yeah.
people will work with AI. Some people would be the users of AI. Some people will develop the AI technologies, and it would be all part of life.
Mm,
New jobs will be created. Many new jobs will be created, and the young people or the people who loves to enhance their skills, embrace the new technology, they will be having their new forms of jobs. On the other hand, some people will make their life easier by using the AI. Imagine during the COVID, when started the COVID, we moved our life into virtual form. We used to have our Zoom
yes.
meetings, Google meetings, StreamYard. We thought probably it will affect our life. No, it is making our life easier. Now you are in a place, I'm in a different place, we are having a show. Imagine if the technology isn't exist, we have to travel to the studio. You have to
Mm,
spend your time for the traveling. I have to spend my time and money both. but
yeah.
but the technology, we are able to have a virtual meeting, virtual live session.
Yeah.
Similarly, as the AI is coming forward, the first priority for us is to embrace it, take it, cuddle
Take
it,
it. Yes.
get to know it. Once we know
Yes.
it, then we can decide which part of the AI is good, which part of the AI is bad. I'll
Yes.
say 100% of AI is not probably acceptable. So we have
Mm,
to have that kind of common sense, or you can say understanding. We
yeah.
can divide that part of AI is safe for me. We can use for it. On the other hand, If it is not going with my purpose, will not use it.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'll take few more seconds to explain it. So according to my understanding and practices, I feel AI will make our life more easier. But we have some more suggestions. Probably by the discussions of today will be cleared later on. But I believe I answered your first question.
Yes. I was just thinking, are there, you did mention that, there are some positives about AI and there are also some disadvantages of having them. What are those disadvantages? What are those challenges that we could have?
um, Disadvantages is like, okay, I'm giving some examples from different point of view. Some students,
Mm.
especially if we come to the academia, some students, they, if
Yes.
you ask them any question, they search in ChatGPT. Yesterday, I was
Yeah.
observing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
ye-
As
ye- yes.
Mm. Yeah.
Yesterday, I was sitting with my niece, and
Yeah.
she was solving some maths question from Spark Maths. Usually the schools follow the Sparks Maths. So I was observing her. What she was doing is interesting. She was just using her mobile phone, taking the photo of the question and pasting it into the Gemini chat. Gemini chat box is giving the answer to her. Huh? And I was wondering, how is she making the questions answer so fast? I mean, it is taking me to count down at least 30 seconds, 1 minute, or sometimes I need to use my pen and paper. Huh? She was doing
Yeah.
like, then I got to like, is it possible? Yeah. Then I asked her, be honest with me, you're doing something. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking your phone. Now, if you can solve the question, I'll feel that you're the super genius. And she got
Yeah. Yeah.
she got stuck. So basically, she was using the AI to get the answer.
Yeah.
This is one
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
the negative side. If we don't use the brain of ours, we can't
Mm.
improve ourselves. When we learn the alphabets, the numbers, maths, language, we learn very slowly. And,
Yeah.
and this is the learning process and curve. If we don't keep it as a human, we will be incompetent in a place. When we'll be
That's true.
incompetent, we'll be like unemployed, or will not be adopted to the society. That would be a big
Yeah.
problem. So AI is helping us. On the other hand, we need to learn the skills what we can apply in our personal and professional life. First one.
Yeah.
Second one, I'm giving another example. There is a tool called Grammarly. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Grammarly, and some softwares are available to check the spellings. Imagine I'm writing a draft, but if I don't know the spelling, the AI tool can spell correctly, that can correct my grammars also. But I am not learning the grammar and spellings properly. That is my weakness. So if I want to be more capable, that is hindering my skills. So that's why
Mm.
we should not use the AI tools always. If we do it
Mm.
so frequently, we will be incompetent. We'll have less
Yes.
knowledge that can hinder us in future. On the other
That's
hand,
right.
imagine we are using the AI. So using AI is one arena, and on the other hand, the people who are making these AI tools, who are developing, the engineers, scientists, they're more clever, more smart. So if we become dependent on them, one day they will tell us, okay, now you can't do anything without us, pay us. If you
Yeah.
don't pay us,
Chaos.
we'll not give you the
Yeah.
tool, and we'll be
That's
dependent
right.
on them.
On them. It's so
Yeah,
true. It's a money,
yeah,
money,
yeah.
money thing, isn't it? So, what is the safest way of yeah? Because obviously these things are out there, and there are some disadvantages, and also there are risks as well. In using them. What is the safest way of using these apps? These artificial AIs that are out there. What is the safest way to use them?
Um,
Because
okay.
everyone is now using them, and there's quite some risks using
Yeah.
them all the time. So
I have some suggestions for this. First of all, we have to be very careful about our privacy, because when we are using the tools, make sure you are giving the right choices. in terms of cookies. When we download or give permission to any website for which is
Yeah.
developed by AI or which is AI tool, it is asking
Yeah.
the permission to use several kind of cookies. It can trace my location, it can trace my browsing history, it can trace my personal information. So be careful about your privacy. Don't give your
Mm.
consent without knowing it, because if we give the
Yeah.
consent, it may be harmful in some cases. Number one. Number
Yeah.
two, whatever the tool we are using, we have to be very selective. I mean, just don't go for any software which is okay. If you use these, you'll get the facilities. Don't be very blindsided. We have to be
Yeah.
very careful and very selective. Is it necessary for me? Is it
Mm.
harmful, or is it very effective? We need to get some reviews, good reviews. Sometimes we have to check their credibility, their origin, because now lots of privacy informations are going to be stolen by the fraudster,
Mm.
cyber attacker, hacker. We have
Yes.
to be very careful. Thirdly, uh, we need to learn. We always need to learn continuously, otherwise we'll be one day incompetent. And finally, I'd say, if we don't need any tools, let's say I can write by myself, I can create the design by myself, then I'll do it by myself. Because if I depend so much on the AI, my
Mm.
skills would be it would be frozen.
Yeah.
So we'll be very, very careful. If we don't need it, we'll not use it.
Yeah.
I want to share another view. The
Mm.
technology will grow always upward, but as a
Yeah.
human being, we have to be very conscious. Imagine if we don't walk, if we don't move our bodies, we'll be physically unfit, right? Isn't true? We
That's
have
right.
car, we have bikes, we have train, we have planes. Still, we need to do some physical exercises every day to keep
That's right.
ourselves fit.
Yeah.
Similarly, to keep our brain fit, we'll use
Yeah.
our brain. If we
Yeah.
can't solve it, or if I need quick help from something, probably we'll use the AI, but we'll not use AI always. If we do always, no, our brain would be idle. Then the brain will not be performing properly what we expect. So as a practitioner, or as a teacher, or as a user, I would say, always try to sharp your brain, use your brain. I will do the same. If I got stuck, then probably I can take help, but not always. Don't
All
depend
the
on it.
time.
Yeah, take it as an assistant, but don't depend on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's absolutely amazing. That is a good advice. Don't depend on them. It's only when you're stuck. Always try to use your own brain. That's how you sharpen it. And there is also a correlation with when you are using your own brain to do stuff and Alzheimer's and dementia. So when you are using your brain and it's active all the time, it's actually kind of delays the development of Alzheimer's and dementia disease. So yes, I agree with you completely. That's absolutely amazing. Honestly, you've taught us a lot. You looked at the disadvantages of AI and you looked at the benefits of AI and how we can practically use it on a day-to-day basis. That is wonderful. I just want to say thank you so much for coming today to enlighten us even more. Although we know these things, but we don't know it all. We don't know where we're going. Where do you think we're going with AI? Do you think it's going to get better or get worse? What do you think? There's
Definitely
so
it is
much
going
coming
to
out these
yeah,
days.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Definitely is going to be better, I believe. But
better. Mhm.
we have to just be careful about the negative sides and the cons and pros.
Yeah,
There are some issues also in AI arena. It is called biasness. So
yeah.
imagine I am developing a tool, and under the algorithm I'm putting something to make the output biased. So
Mm.
initially, when the generative AI came out, usually if we ask any question, it would usually give the Western perspective, because the birthplace of AI is the West. And then
Yes.
if you could ask any question or anything to produce as an image or as a video, usually it brings the white people. Now it's going to be
Mhm.
changed, because we're changing the algorithm, so it's going to be
Right.
representative now. So it's following the concept of inclusion, diversity, and equity. So if you ask
Yeah.
generative AI to produce an image, now it will include almost all types of people:
All of
black,
this, yeah,
Asian,
I've
minority
noticed that.
people, white people, ethnic background
Yes,
people in the photos or images. And
yes.
sometimes the biasness definitely is an issue. Privacy is an issue. On the other hand, what type of purpose am I going to serve by the tools? That is also another concern. And what I said earlier, don't be too much dependent on the AI. If we become too much dependent, we'll make ourselves paralyzed. Once I'm
Mm.
paralyzed, as a human, if I'm paralyzed, I have to depend on many people. I need to take healthcare assistant. I need to take care by my family members or probably someone else, and I have to pay for it. On the other hand, if I'm independent, no, if AI is not working, still I can survive. Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, yeah.
Recently, very recently, just few days back, probably I'll share with you, Juliet. I read one of the very vital document of World Economic Forum. So they published a 290-page report. They're
Hmm.
mentioning which jobs are going to be declined by next 5 years. There are many jobs which would be created by next 5 years, by 2030.
Yeah.
There would be some demand of skills, for example problem solving, analytical skills, certain sort of IT skills, which would be more demandable by next 5 6 years. But there would be some sort of job, for example clerical jobs, documentation job, a ticketing, or flight attendant or bus attendant or plane attendant or train attendant. This kind of jobs would be eliminated or declined. So I can share you the report. Probably you can share with the audiences later on. They can go through it. That will give you a wonderful idea. What forms of skills do you need by next 5 6 years? What sort of job would be more demandable, more highly needed by the community and business groups? What sort of job would be very much limited? So these are the point to consider while we're working in the age of AI.
Yeah, and it's also important that people continue to develop themselves, just in case their job is no longer, going to be there, in the next
Mm-hmm.
5 years. They develop their skills, continue to do other learning, continue to make sure that they are taking up some more, maybe courses, some modules or trainings to be able to improve themselves and make themselves important and valuable when this AI takes over some of their jobs. Isn't it? Isn't that right? Yeah, right. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
wonderful.
that's right.
I am. Yeah, you've explained it so well. Listen, I know you've got a lot of things that you're doing right now. What are the projects that you are actually doing right now? I just want to know, what is it that you're doing now that you would like people to be part of or know that you are doing? You know?
Yeah, thank you so much. So, first of all, I would say the young people or the people who love to learn new technologies, you love it. If you learn AI, you love it. So it will create new opportunities for your life. Sometimes I face another question. Do you think my job would be
Mm.
displaced by AI? I said, don't worry about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
What we can do, learn it. What the technology is coming in your field. Let's say as a teacher, what the technologies are coming in the teaching field, in education field. Learn it, grab it, grasp it, embrace it, and be skilled. If you are working as an accountant, similarly, look for the technologies what are coming in the field of accountancy or finance sector. Learn it and be skilled. So if we learn and if we go with the flow of the technology, there is no fear. You don't need to be afraid of it. Rather than you'll be more skilled and you can perform better than before. Number three, my personal interest in research using the AI or in the field of AI is healthcare technology and also finance. In healthcare technology, imagine nowadays we can imagine it from UK. Sometimes we need to wait long time to get the GP appointment, or
Mm.
let's say I have given my X-rays, I have given my samples for blood, urine, and stool, but still I need to wait long time to get the report. But if we can create several tools to get the report very quickly. I'll give my
Mm.
blood sample. It will finalize the blood test ingredients within a day. Then the report will go directly to the AI tools. The AI tool will give me the updated, okay, you have that kind of disease or no. So is it positive? Is it negative? Is it what? It will give me the updated. I don't need to depend on fully on the doctor. If I depend on the doctor, because human capacity is very limited, machine's capacity is unlimited.
Absolutely.
So what we
Yeah.
need to do, we need to create more tools, more softwares, more technology in the healthcare sector. It will ease our life. So that is one of my interest, to do research, especially in the disease detection and treatment using the technology of AI. So it's a multidisciplinary work. It's not the only work of myself. So I have to work with the
Oh,
doctors, with the nurse, with the
yeah.
healthcare, with the biotechnologists, biochemists. So it's a multi-team work. When we work as a multidisciplinary approach, we can ace the human life better than now. On the other hand, in the finance sector, lots of fraudsters are coming out. Even 5 years back, you see, in the time of Christmas break, hey, are you this one? So we get some wonderful offer for you. Can you tell me your password? And they scammed us.
Yeah.
Now it will not
Not
happen because
easy.
the
Yeah.
financial technologies are embracing AI tools. So when we make any request, the tool, the AI software detect, is it normal request or abnormal request. When they see it's
Yeah.
not normal request, they block it. They block it immediately, and they call the person automatically. The robot or bot can call the
Yeah.
account holder directly. Is it you who are requesting for this information? Then if we are not, we can
Yeah.
immediately stop it. So similar types of
Yeah.
new tools are needed in the future for the finance sector, for the especially for the private sector in every country of the world. Either it is USA, it is Canada, it is Australia, it is Asia, Africa, it doesn't matter. Everywhere the private sector performs very slowly. So if we can
Yeah.
enhance AI based tools in the government sector, in the private sector, in the governance, our life would be more faster, more easier, and we can cut the cost off. So that is my third interest. Probably I'll work on when I will finish my work in the healthcare sector. And for the young people,
Yeah.
if they want to work, definitely they can communicate through you with me. My LinkedIn profile would be
Yeah.
available,
And
or
this is
I'll share
another
my contact
thing.
details.
And this is
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another thing I wanted to ask. How can people contact you? How can they be involved in what you are doing? You know.
Yeah,
How-
the simplest answer is, if you search by my name in Google, it will give my profile.
Yeah,
So
it will give you
this is
yes.
100% sure. On the other hand, Juliet is the best person to look about the
I am
contact.
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Amno. I know it was going to be quite interesting you coming to our show and talking to us about artificial intelligence because it's something that is really in the now. And a lot of people are finding it quite easy to do a lot of things, and some people are challenged by it. So it's good that you explained it the way you have explained it. I want to say thank you so much on behalf of Mount Moriah organization, on behalf of our radio and our television stations. May the Lord bless you indeed. I'm hoping that I will see you again. You can come and talk about something else, not just AI, but other aspects of technology, because I know what you do and I know that you'll be able to help us here in our station. Thank you so much for coming. I want to wish you well and I want to extend my greetings to your family as well. Hope to see you again next time. And of
Thank
course,
you
our
so much,
viewers,
Juliet.
yeah, our listeners and our viewers, we have come to the end of this show today. Please join us again next week when I'll be talking to another special guest of mine. And I know that today's discussion has benefited you. Please be careful out there when you're using AI. There are some challenges. Even though we can do so much with it, there are quite a lot of challenges. Be safe. Don't put yourself at
Good.
risk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Amno.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish
Thank
you
you
a
for
wonderful
coming.
evening to everybody, and
Thank
my love
you.
to all the audiences. Yeah.
Thank you. God bless. Okay.